right, guys, you've got 30 seconds left to try this. Kiara, hello. That's okay, Braden. We're going to get right into it, and I'm going to try and explain it as slowly as possible to make sure that you get it. Okay. Try what you remember, because remember, we're just following the steps. Hey, you just need to follow the steps if we're not 100% okay with the mathematics behind it. Zanogushe, it's nice to see you with us. Okay, great to have you. All right, guys. So remember, when I want to find my LCD, guys, I'm going to take this part and I'm going to multiply it with this part. So my LCD is going to be 2x multiplied by x minus 2. That's my LCD. Right. Then we're going to, hello, Winnie. Winnie is brand new, and we're going to say hi to you in just a second, Winnie. Give me a second to get through this, and then we'll have a chat, you and I. Okay. I know that I'm always going to keep my denominator. It must come with me, right? Now, I'm looking at my whole denominator, guys. This is my whole denominator over here. Over here, I'm missing part of my denominator. Tell me in the chat which part of my denominator is missing from this 2x over here. I've got 2x. Which part is missing? Type it out in the chat, guys. Let me know. Hi, Lwandile. Kiara says sign. Samuel's got the correct answer. That's it, Courtney. That's what I was looking for. What I'm actually missing at the bottom here from this denominator is x minus 2. Thank you, guys. That's it. All right. And we all know in fractions. Hi, Onwaba. We know in fractions, what I do to the bottom, I need to make sure I do to the top as well. So I'm going to multiply the top by x minus 2. Okay. Now let's have a look at the other side, guys. From my denominator, what am I missing? What's missing from my denominator over here? Tell me in the chat. Mulisa's back. Hello, Mulisa. I see you. That's it. I'm missing 2x. Good. I'm missing 2x. And what I do to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top as well. Good. 2x is missing here as well. Now, remember, guys, because we're minusing, this minus also needs to come here. We also need to have this minus over here as well. Hi, Mirula. All right, guys. Now I'm going to put everything together. At the top here, no worries, I've got 5 multiplied by x minus 2. It doesn't matter whether I put the x minus 2 or the 5 first, as long as they're both there. Okay, and then over here, I'm going to put my negative, and then I'm going to take the 2x. Okay, 2x, and then I'm going to put the 2x in front. So I'm going to do this negative, and then 2x, and then I'm going to multiply by x plus 1. So I want you guys to multiply out this for me. Remember, we're distributing. Tumelo, hello, my sweetie. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you're going to be with us for a while. I'm loving hearing that. That's awesome. That is awesome. Mulisa, I know you're eager to answer this question for me. You know what I'm going to ask you to do first. I'm going to ask you to solve the question on paper for me, and then you and I will have a conversation. All right. Write out the answer for me first, my dude, and then you and I can talk. Patu, I see your hand too. Please don't put your hand down. Don't put your hand down. Okay, we're going to be going through quite a lot today. Hello, Tikani. We're going to greet everybody new in just a second. Okay, Samuel says he thinks he got the answer. All right, we'll see if we actually do. Melissa is going to help us out with this one. We're going to start distributing. Don't forget, Melissa, I'm also going to have to distribute that. And when I'm done distributing that, I also need to distribute the minus into the answer. So make sure that you're ready to do all of that. All right, you want to unmute for me, my dude? Let's go.
Yeah, ma'am. You're gonna say 5 times x, which gives you 5x.
Good. And then?
5 times negative 2. Which give me negative 10.
Good. Negative 10. Good. And then?
And I'm gonna say negative 2x times x.
And that's going to give me how much?
It's gonna give me 2x squared.
Not just 2x squared. What's sitting in front of my 2x squared?
Oh, negative 2x squared.
That's it, negative 2x squared. And then?
You're gonna say negative 2x times 1, which is 2x.
Which is? 2x or negative 2x?
Negative 2x.
Negative 2x. Good. All right. What do we still need to do, Melissa? We're not quite done. What do we still need to do?
Well, bring the x family together. That's what my teacher says.
Good. Absolutely. I love that. Bring the x families together. Good. We need to add like terms. I like the idea of family though. It's a very nice one. Like at Watobe, how we're a family. I like it. All right. So you need to put all of these stuff together for me. I know that negative 2x squared is sitting on its own. So I'm going to have negative 2x squared. And then what happens to 5x and minus 2x?
I think they times each other. I'm not sure.
Oh, no. When they're
they minus. They minus.
5x minus 2x will give us?
3. 3x.
3x. Good. Positive 3x. And then what's left? What have I not written down?
I think it's...
What's left? So
this a 10, negative 10.
The negative 10. Good. Don't forget the negative 10. Put it in there as well. Okay. And Samuel, you've got the correct answer. You've just forgotten the squared. But that's perfect. All right. Excellent. Okay, Melissa, you did that so well. Well done, my dude. Just make sure, don't forget your signs. Hey, our signs need to come with us. All right. Well done, dude. Excellent stuff. Awesome. All right. Before we continue, all right. Patu, where are you, my sweetie? I remember your hand was up, and I would like you to help me with this question because I think you'd be brilliant at it. If you don't mind, or if you're feeling too shy, that's perfectly fine. Just be like, nah, ma'am, I'm cool. Oh, I knew you'd put your hand up. I knew you would. Hello, Patu.
Hello, ma'am.
How are you doing, my sweetie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. All right, let's look at this question. Let's look at number 2 over here. Yes. What do you think we can do first?
Ma'am, put the 2 over 1.
Excellent. Why would we put the 2 over 1 though? What do we want? What are we making it? Good, we're making it a fraction. Excellent. Now, look at what we've got over here, Patu. What would my LCD be if we had to look at this? What would my LCD in this case be?
X plus 2.
Good, it could be x plus 2, or I can even, just to be pedantic, like just to be OCD, I'm going to make it 1 times x plus 2 to show that I'm actually taking this part and this part and I'm multiplying them together, right? But it doesn't matter. You're 100% correct. It's x plus 2. Now I'm going to put all of this over 1 times x plus 2. Now, what needs to happen over here, Patu? How do I get from 1 to my LCD? What do I multiply by?
X plus 2.
That's it. I'm going to multiply here by x plus 2. And what I do at the bottom?
You do to the top.
Okay, good. So what do I actually have on the side of my equation? I've got
Where?
Here, this part over here.
Oh, 2x plus 4.
Good. I can distribute that in. I think this is going to confuse some people, so I'm going to write it out first. Okay, I'm going to write 2 multiplied by x plus 2 plus what's missing from my LCD on this side?
1.
1, right? But if I multiply by 1 up top here, what's 1 times 2? It's just
It's 2.
2. So I'm just going to leave it as 2. Okay, now we can simplify. Do that thing with the 2 that you did just now for me. What did you get at the top?
2x plus 4.
2x plus 4 plus 2. Don't forget the 2 comes. What have I forgotten?
Plus 2.
What did I leave out?
The 1x plus 2 at the bottom.
Yes, at the bottom. I remember I must keep my denominator. That's it. Okay, excellent. I just need to clean up my top. Can you clean up the top for me?
2x plus 6.
Good. I just need to add like terms. 2x plus 6. What's missing?
All over x plus 2.
Good. 1 times x plus 2 or 1 times x plus 2. Okay, Patu, you are a whole genius. I knew you could do it. Well done. Amazing stuff. Very well done. I'm just picking on you because I know that you can do it and you would do it excellently. Very, very well done. Somebody's asking me, Katie was like, ma'am, why is the 1 not in a bracket? Okay, sorry. It doesn't make a difference, guys, because anything multiplied by 1 is just that thing. It's not gonna change. Nico says, ma'am, can't we simplify further? In this case, you could, but it won't help. Okay, it won't help. Okay, and somebody said to me, ma'am, Braden says, ma'am, can you please repeat and explain after you're done for the 2 question? All right, Braden, can I ask you to elaborate? Where did I lose you? Okay, Apiwa has a question. I'm going to take Apiwa's question. Braden, if you can put your question in the chat for me so I can answer it. Hi, Apiwa, do you want to unmute?
Ma'am, so ma'am, how come you never, for the denominator, how come you don't say 1 times x and then 1 times 2? And
We
then leave that
can.
as your final answer.
I can. What's 1 times x?
X,
What's 1 times 2?
2.
Okay.
Okay.
So it
And-
doesn't really make a difference because if I multiply anything by 1 up here, what am I going to get? I'm just going to get that thing. Just like 1 times 5 is just going to give me 5.
5.
Okay.
Okay, so can you do that for the one on top? The first one we did.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, for this one up here, for number 1.
Yes, ma'am.
No, we can't because over here we don't have 1. We have 2x. So we need
So
to put them together.
So you have to leave it like that.
You can multiply out if you want, but don't do it over here. Okay, remember we were talking about this in the last lesson on Monday. Leave this like this until you get to the very end. Only when you get here, then can you multiply out the LCD, but I don't recommend it. You can just leave it like this. Okay, Apiwe? Don't complicate your life. Just leave it like this.
Okay. So, but if I did that, would I be wrong though?
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. But remember how we were talking about it gets a little bit more complicated if you can't see things. Okay, so if they are factorized, like if they are something times something, it's easier for you to see what's missing. Okay, so
Okay,
that's why
thank
we
you.
said do not multiply out the denominator. Don't multiply the denominator because it makes it difficult, okay,
Okay.
to see.
Thank you.
All
Thank you.
right. Okay, somebody named Galaxy A30 is asking, what is the final answer? This is our final answer over here, Galaxy A30. And also give us your name, please, Galaxy A30. This is our final answer over here. This one. Okay. That's our final answer. Yes, so Lisedi was asking, what is LCD? LCD is lowest common denominator. And Tikan is like, ma'am, how did we get the LCD? We took the LCD of the denominator of this one and the denominator of this one, and we multiplied them together. Tikani, that's how we got it. Okay, we take the LCD of the one, and we did the LCD of the other. All right, Braden says, please explain from there. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, Braden. Okay, but remember all we have, let's look at what we have over here. Okay, I have 2 plus a fraction, but I know that I already have a fraction and I'm going to have to add them together. So Braden, how can I turn this 2? How can I turn 2 into a fraction so that I can compare it to a fraction? What can I do to 2 to make it a fraction? I'm going to put it over 1. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it over 1 because 2 divided by 1 is still 2. And that's how I turn it into a fraction. Sure. Lesedi, can you either zoom in or out? Or if it's still giving you a problem, I need you to leave the class very quickly and come straight back in. Okay. Braden, I hope that's making sense. Yes, always, so that you can see the comparison between them, so that you can see them. That's how we make it a fraction. Always make it a fraction. Okay, cool. And that's how we got 1 times x plus 2 for our LCD. All right, guys. So let's look at number 3 over here. Can you guys tell me, what is my LCD? Remember, LCD is the lowest common denominator. LCD stands for lowest common denominator. And I always find it by taking this thing and that thing, and I multiply them together. Tell me in the chat, what is my LCD? Type it out, guys. Yes, Rafilwe. Imelda, you're missing something. Courtney, that's it. I need you to unmute, Rafilwe.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, my sweetie.
Ma'am, when
Yes.
we look for the LCD, ma'am, the denominators, ma'am, do we not look for the common factor? No, ma'am. The what's common in the sum, or what? Like 3 is common here, ma'am. 3 is
Common in both
yeah.
6x and 6x plus 6.
Yes, ma'am. Don't we simplify it? Don't we simplify it, ma'am?
Not really. And you know why I want to say that? Because 3 is not common. 3 plus 6 is not the same thing as 3. Okay, because in this part of my denominator, I'm still going to add 6 to whatever this answer is. But over here, I'm not going to add 6. So technically, they're not the same thing. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes,
because
ma'am.
if my x was equal to 2, or let's say x is equal to 5, over here, I'm going to get 6 times 5, which is 30 plus 6. And then over here, I'm only going to get 6 times 5, which is 30. This is 36 and this is 30. Do you see how they're not the same thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, they're not the same thing. So I cannot just say 6 is common everywhere, therefore 6. I can't do that. I can't say 3 is common everywhere, therefore 3. Okay. I need to make sure I leave them exactly as they are, because once I add something, it changes the answer of the number completely. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're very welcome. All right. Onwabo says 12x squared plus 12. And Onwabo, you're going to be correct. But remember what we said. Do not multiply out the denominator. Don't do it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm just going to go 6x plus 6 multiplied by 6x. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. That is my LCD. I'm just going to take the one denominator and multiply it with the other denominator. Okay. That's all. We don't want to complicate things. Okay. Yes, Chioma.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, my sweetie. What's up?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask, the LCD, is it always the denominator?
Yes, the D in LCD stands for denominator.
Oh, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent. All right. Onwabo says, why must we not multiply the denominator? Onwabo, I'm going to show you in the next example why we shouldn't. Okay. Just hold on for me. In the next example we do, I'm going to show you. All right, guys. So have a look over here, guys. I've got 6x plus 6. What is missing from my denominator? Chioma, my sweetie, I need you to mute for me, please. Okay, that's it, Lissetti. 6x is missing. So I'm going to multiply the bottom by 6x, and I'm going to multiply the top by 6x. Sanogufe, I'm going to take your question in just a second. Okay. What is missing on this side, guys? I've got 6x. What is missing? That's it. Good. I've got 6x plus 6 missing. And what I do on the bottom, I'm going to do on the top as well. So I'm going to multiply the top by 6x plus 6 as well. Okay. Okay. For simplicity's sake, I'm going to make this a plus. Otherwise, we're going to be here forever. And I don't want us to go through all of that. Okay. Now I'm going to write out what I have on the top. I've got 3 multiplied by 6x plus, now I've got 2 brackets, 2 minus x multiplied by 6x plus 6. I want you guys to simplify just the numerator, just the top. Okay, multiply that out. And then over here, do top, top, do bottom, bottom. And then give me an answer in the chat once you're done. Don't forget my denominator. My denominator doesn't go away. It stays with me. 6x plus 6 multiplied by 6x. Okay. Hi, Zanagute.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, my sweetie. What's up?
Ma'am, can I please ask? So, if let's say for the common denominator, ma'am, let's say would it have been fine if the 6x wasn't there and it was just 6x plus 6?
No. The 6x must come with, because 6x and 6x plus 6 are not the same thing. Okay. Imagine, Zanogukhe, if x is equal to 1. If I replace x with 1, I've actually got 6 times 1 plus 6. On this side, I've got 12. And over here, what do I have? 6 times 1 is 6.
6.
Are these two things the same thing?
No, ma'am.
No. So I cannot leave the 6x behind. It needs to come with me. Do you understand what I mean? Because
Yes,
I'm adding 6 to this answer. So I can't leave it behind. Okay. I must bring this one with because they're not the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, also if maybe in another sum we get the same thing, but like maybe it's, let's say 5x plus 2, and then where the 6x is, we have 5x. Must we add them together again?
We multiply them together again, because 5x plus 5 and 5x, not the same thing. They're not the same thing. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent. All right, guys. Okay, I am seeing some answers coming in. Specifically, and Courtney have answers for me. 6x times 3 is going to give me 18x. Okay, and then over here, I'm going to get 2 multiplied by 6x, which is 12x. 2 multiplied by 6 is 12. And then I'm going to get negative x times 6x is going to give me negative 6x squared. And then negative 6x and negative x plus 6 times 6 is negative 6x. Yo, that was a lot. As my tongue just minus 6x. My tongue just lost it for a second there. Okay. Ma'am, there's someone smoking with their camera on. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Whoever it is, please let's not have our cameras on at that time. Please make sure you don't have your camera on. Okay. I hope it's the parent instead. All right, so now I'm going to add like terms, guys. I know that my negative 6x squared is on its own. So I've got negative 6x squared, and then I've got 18x plus 12x, which is 30x, minus 6x is going to give me 24x plus 24x. And then the 12 is on its own, so that's plus 12 over 6x plus 6 over 6x. Now, I can see, guys, okay, I can see that on the top, I've got a highest common factor. I've got an HCF over here of 6. So I'm going to take 6 out, guys. I'm going to take 6 out at the top, and I'm going to have negative x squared plus 4x plus 2. Close it. Then do not forget your denominator. My denominator must always come with me, guys. It must come with me every single time. All over. And now I'm just going to take my 6x plus 6 and my 6x, and I'm going to swap them around. So I'm going to write this as 6x multiplied by 6x plus 6. Refilo says, ma'am, do we simplify the trinomial? It is simplified. Do you mean, do we factorize it? No, you don't have to, because first of all, it doesn't factorize. That's the one thing we're going to learn. It doesn't factorize. And also, even if you factorize it, there's nothing you can do with it. Okay, it's just going to be what it is. All right. Braden, in this case, yes. And the reason why I have to do that is because this 6 and that 6 are common at the top and at the bottom. So what am I going to do with them? I have something common at the bottom and something common at the top. What's going to happen? They're going to cancel, that's it. The 6 and the 6. Can I ask you, Braden, why can I not cancel that 6? Why did I choose this 6 and not that one? Who knows? Who can tell me? Why did I cancel out this 6 with that 6, but not this one? Who can tell us? Who's got an idea? Patu, what do you think? I've been mentioning it quite often. What do you think? Yes.
It's because the 6 with 6x plus 6 is, it goes with the, it has another term going with it, and then like the other 6 is standing alone.
That's it. Excellent. It's because the other one isn't 6x. It's actually 6x plus 6.
Plus
so I can't cancel that one. Good. Oh, no. You know what? I bribe my kids with sweets. If you were sitting in my class right now, I would bribe you with a sweet. Well done, Patu. That's what I was looking for. Very well done. Okay. Zonke says, ma'am, do you work left to right? You can. It helps that your x's with the bigger exponent sit first. We just call that, we put it like in its power, in its descending or ascending. Ooh, teacher Nelisa, you're going to help me here. I forgot the word, but it does help that we work from left to right, and we always put the one with the highest power first. Okay, Chioma, what's up?
Ma'am, why does 6 and 6x cancel? They are not like terms.
Because we're multiplying this is being multiplied, and this is also being multiplied. It's almost like if we were simplifying a fraction. Okay, 6 and 6x don't actually cancel. The 6 and the 6 cancel. What do I have left, Chioma? I didn't finish up at the bottom. What do I still have left?
X.
The x is still there. The x didn't go away, by the way. It's still there. Okay.
So, ma'am, why does 4x and 6x, the second 6x, why don't they cancel? Because they are like terms.
Because this one has a plus in the middle. So it's not just 6x, it's 6x plus something else. Okay. And this 4x over here is not just 4x. It's 4x plus something else plus something else. So it's not just 4x. And this one is not just 6x. I'm adding something to it first. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
This one, on the other hand, because it's sitting on its own and it's multiplying, I can cancel it. But if it's adding and subtracting, I can't cancel. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Excellent. I hope that makes sense. All right. I cannot cancel across a plus or a minus. I can only do it if things are multiplying each other. All right. Rafile, what's up?
Ma'am, I have a question regarding your equation on the left.
This one.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Okay,
I'm
what's up?
asking why didn't you cancel the 6x plus 6 in brackets and the one on the bottom with each other? Why didn't they cancel? Because they are like terms.
Because of this plus over here.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm adding something on this side to something on this side. So it's not actually 6x plus 6. It's 6x plus 6 plus everything else on the side. Okay.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I cannot cancel across as a plus or a minus. Well, good question, by the way. Thank you, Rifu. That was an awesome question. Okay. So guys, notice how I always keep saying, if it's something plus something else or something minus something else, they can't cancel. They don't cancel. We only cancel if we're multiplying two things. Remember how when we were doing simplifying of fractions, if we had something in common at the top and something common at the bottom, we had to factorize first. And when we factorize things, we put them in brackets, and that means that they are multiplied. So we need to make sure that that's what's happening before we do that. Yes, Felix. So, Felix, you're 100%. We can't cancel them because the first 6x is on its own, and the other one is not just 6x. It's 6x added to 6. Okay, so it's not the same thing. We can't cancel them. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's have a look at number 4. I think maybe let's do our brain break quickly, and then we'll have a look at this one. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, this one is very tricky, guys. It's very, very tricky. I want you guys to have a look at this one. Okay, this is called a magic square. For those of you who are joining us for the first time today, I want you to have a look at this magic square. Okay. Now, magic squares, guys, always add up to the same thing on each side. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a hint today. I'm not going to tell you how much it adds up to, but I'm going to tell you that this number over here is 14. I want you guys to try and figure out the rest of the magic square. Now, remember, guys, a magic square, when I add all the numbers this way, they're going to give me a certain number. When I add them this way, they're going to give me the same number. I'm going to get the same number here and here when I add them all, the same number here when I add them all, the same number here when I add them all. And when I go this way, they're also going to add up to the same number. Yes, yes. The last week's one that was divisible by, or the one with all the 11s in it, we're still going to do that one. We can't do it today, unfortunately, because Teacher Coco forgot to add it. That's why. That's why. It's because Teacher Coco forgot to add it to this, but I will remember. I remember. Okay. Mercedes, like, do you know that there are 2 of me in this chat? Mercedes, that sounds fishy. That's very fast.
Joshua.
Oh, I see. There's Lesedi and Lesedi Josh. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, guys. Somebody's already given us the answer. Spesiche says it must be equal to 34. So I've got 12 plus 7 is 19, 29, 33, 34. 34. That means that whatever number you put here and here, they must add up to 34 when they get over here. And this number must add up to 34. But it needs to add up to 34 if I add them this way as well, guys. If I add them this way, they must also add up to 34. I'm going to give you guys a hint now. I know that my diagonal this way must also add up to 34, and that's how we can get the next number in the sequence. Okay. Okay, Winnie, remember, we are recording this now, this this number. We're recording this lesson. So if you've missed anything, my sweetie, you can always watch it back. Okay. You can always watch it back if you've missed anything. Clocro's like 34, 16, 4, and 1. That doesn't make sense to me. I think you meant 13. 13, 16, 4, and 1. Okay, so I'm going to add 16 here, guys. Keep coming with all those answers. Let's see what you guys can get. What else, guys? Now I've given you a clue. I'm pretty sure the rest of the thing is going to go much faster now. 2, 16, 9, and 7. Okay, guys. I'm going to remind you guys before we continue that I can only use each number once. All the numbers 1 to 16, I can only use all of them once. So, Zanagutle, if we've already used 9, we cannot use 9 again. We can't use 9 again. Okay. So 16 has been used, 9 has been used, 14 has been used. 1, 2, 4, 7, 9, 12, 13, 15, and 16. What else is missing? 13 plus 4 plus 12 plus 15. 15, 4, 9, and 6. Is that what I'm seeing? I'm seeing Limnandi say 15, 4, 9, and 6. So I'm going to assume this is 6 over here. Keep them coming, guys. Okay. 13, 2, and 19. Let's say I need 4 numbers. Teboho says 10, 6, 4, and 14. 13, 3, 6, and 12. Okay, so there's a 3 there. Thanks, Landile. Okay, keep them coming, guys. Now, this part over here, this part gets a little bit tricky because now we have to think, okay, which numbers are missing? Which numbers have we not used? Which numbers can go where? You guys now start clicking those calculators. Come. 13, 3, 6, and 12. Yeah, we've got that one. 13, 2, 10. Where am I putting this 10 specifically? Where am I putting it? Because there are 2 open slots. I've got this slot and that slot open. Where am I putting it? Under 2. 10 below 2. Okay, let's put 10 over here. All right, what number is missing over here then? If everything needs to add up to 34, and I've got all of those numbers, Mushuri says 11, 5, 4, and 15. So 11, 5, 4, and 14. So Mushuri is actually saying where you guys have put 10, 11 goes there. Landile also says 13, 2, 11, and 8. Ooh, guys, you're going to make up your mind. Make up your mind. 9 under the 10. Now, Babalo, we can't use 9 because 9 has already been used. So you need to find another number. Think of the 4 numbers that haven't been used. Simpiwe says going down, it's 13, 2, 11, and 8. Okay, so 10 is definitely not going there. This is 11, and this is 8. Which 2 numbers are missing? Yes, Jasmine.
I got a question.
Yes.
But if you just place the numbers anywhere, indirectly it still adds up to 32, right? I mean 34.
No, it doesn't. There's only a certain way that you can put them together, because if you just add them randomly, think about if I put 15 here. And then I moved that around and I made that 14. That adds up to 35, and that is 33. See, it's not going to work. I need to make sure I'm doing it in the correct order. Okay, so I'm hearing people saying 5 goes here. And then 10 goes down here. Teacher Elisa, do you agree? 8 plus 10 plus 15 plus 1. I think I do. Yo, okay.
I agree.
I agree. You guys are Super smart. Look at that. 12, 7, 14, and 1. That's Simpiwe. All right. So do you guys see how the magic square works? I know we were supposed to do the magic square from last week. And Teacher Coco completely forgot to put it back in. I will remember for Monday. Please remind me, Teacher Nelisa, to put it back in. There was another really interesting one that we did on Monday, and I completely forgot to put it back in. But I will. Next week, Monday, it will be in here, guys. I promise. Okay. Oh, Akwande, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It happens, my dude. It happens. I'm sorry about that. All right. I won't. Teacher Nelisa will remind me. She'll remind me.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right, guys. Let's look at number 4. Let's get back into it. We've got 10 minutes left. Let's make them worthwhile. All right. If we look at this one over here, guys, when I have to find my LCD, I know that you guys are already going to say, Teacher Coco, you said I must take this one, and I must multiply them together. You said that. And that would work, but I don't want us to have to do the same thing over and over again, because this is going to get messy. There's going to be an x cubed and then many x squareds, and it's going to get tricky. I don't want to do that. Okay, so what I want you to do for me, guys, is I want you to factorize this trinomial for me. Please factorize this for me and give me an answer in the chat, please. Factorize, it's a trinomial. Remember, the second we see a trinomial, open 2 brackets. Yes or no, just pop your answer in the chat for me. Right, I'll wait for you guys for a second just to factorize that bottom part for me. Yes, Chioma.
Ma'am, it's you put 2 brackets and put x 2 brackets.
Good.
And then it must be x plus, and then the other one is x minus.
X plus what? X minus what?
X plus 1 and x minus 6.
Okay, I hear you. The 1 and the 6 and the x's are correct, but the signs are not. Chioma, remember how we figure out what the sign is? Look, I've got a negative here, right?
Okay.
What do I need to multiply negative with to get a positive? A negative times a what gives me a positive?
And negative plus a negative.
Good, a negative times a negative. That means my signs are going to be negative and negative.
Negative.
Okay, so remember, this sign is always going to be included in the answer, but I need to know what I'm going to multiply with it to get this one. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But everything else you did beautifully. Okay.
Okay.
Very
Yes,
well done.
ma'am.
Excellent stuff. All right, so now, guys, on this side of my equation, I have got 2 over x minus 1, x minus 6. And on this side, I've got plus 5x all over x minus 1. Now, yes, it is negative 7. Inganati says, how, ma'am, but it's negative 7. Inganati, let's multiply out. X times x is x squared. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. X times negative 1 is going to give me negative 1x. And negative 1 times negative 6 will give me positive 6. So I've got x squared. What's negative 6x minus x? It's going to give me negative 7x plus 6. Okay. It's supposed to work that way. Okay. It's just that both my numbers are going to be negatives. Okay. Just remember the rule. I need whatever number, whatever sign I have over here. What do I need to multiply it with to get that one? Okay. That's how I figure it out. Right. Now, guys, have a look at this question over here. We're going to have to find the LCD for this because now you factorize this part. This thing and this thing are equal to each other. They are the same thing. It's just one is factorized and the other one isn't. Now, when I look for my LCD, guys, I want to make sure that there are no repeats. Make sure that there are no repeats of anything. And Ayanda is 100% correct. In this denominator and this denominator, do we see anything that is repeated? Ayanda's already given us the clue in the chat. Yes, Mulisa, what is repeated?
X.
Oh, not X. Have a look again. That's it. Specifically, and Kioratila have the right answer.
Oh,
have a look again. What is repeated?
X. Is it X minus 1?
Yes, it's X minus 1. It's repeated. It's in this denominator and it's in the other denominator. Okay. Do you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Excellent. Thanks, Mulisa. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so guys, that means that when I write down my LCD, I don't have to write X minus 1 out twice. I just need one of it. So I'm only going to write X minus 1 because that X minus 1 will cover this one and that one. They're both covered. What is missing now from my LCD, guys? Tell me in the chat. What's missing from my LCD? What have I not written down? Not just X. That's it, Imelda. Well done, Amy. That's what I'm looking for. X minus 6. That's missing. Okay, X minus 6 is missing. Now, that is my LCD. Now what I can do, let's do that. Okay, X minus 1, X minus 6, right? And then we can do the same thing that we did with the other ones. This is my LCD over here. Is anything missing from this side of my LCD, guys? Nope. Nothing is missing. So I don't have to multiply the top by anything. My top is just going to be 2. And it says, ma'am, how is it an LCD? Because it has everything that is in the one denominator and it has everything that's in the other denominator. That's why I am there. Petiwe, we don't have to. We don't have to. It's like if my LCD, if I had 1 over 12 plus 1 over 4. What is my LCD? If I have 1 over 12 and 1 over 4, what is my LCD? It's not 4. It's always going to be the biggest number. What is my LCD, guys? It's 12. Good. My LCD is 12. Okay. It's 12. And the reason for that is because inside 12, there is 3 and there is 4. I don't need to include this one again. Okay. So we can think of this 3 as the X minus 6, and we can think of this 4 as X minus 1. I don't have to write it 2 times. I only have to write it once. I don't have to write it 2 times. I only get to write it once because it's already included. It's already included. Okay, so I don't have to write it out more than once. I can just write it in just once. Okay, this part over here plus 5x multiplied by. Now have a look at this denominator over here. What's missing from this denominator? What's missing over here, Zanubufe?
6 minus 8. Oh, X minus 6, ma'am.
Good, X minus 6. Good. And what I do to the bottom, I'm always going to do to the top as well. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. So now I'm going to have 5x multiplied by x minus 6. Okay. Does it become easier from here on, guys? Now it's easy because I have my LCD. I can just continue. Remember, don't leave your LCD behind. X minus 1 and x minus 6. Right. And then we can just multiply out. Rufile, what's up? I need you to unmute first, my sweetie. Click the unmute button.
Ma'am, okay, ma'am, never mind. You answered my question.
Where?
Ma'am, I was asking by the 5x bracket x minus 6, ma'am. I was asking if x minus 6 and the x minus 6 at the bottom, if they cancel each other, or must we solve the 5x bracket x like what you did to the next to the
Okay.
equal sign, ma'am? So I was asking for that.
Why can I not cancel this one and this one? What's wrong? What's in the middle?
The plus, ma'am.
The plus.
Yes.
Don't forget that the plus, this actually means all of this stuff, we still need to add 2 to it. So it's not actually x minus 6. We still need to multiply by something and then add 2. So no, it's not the same thing. All right. I hope you've got it. All right. We can't cancel that way. All right, guys. That's it from us, guys. Teacher Neliswa, can you pop the link to the quiz in the chat for me? Thank you so much. For those of you who want extra practice, take a screenshot of this. Okay. Hi, Zanaguhle. I've actually got to go. I forgot that I'm on hot full duty tonight. Yes, Zanaguhle.
Ma'am, if everybody's done taking a screenshot, may you please go back to the sum we were just doing now, ma'am?
Okay, cool. I'm going to give everybody 10 seconds and then we'll go back. Don't go away. All right, and I think that's enough time. All right. Yeah, what's up, my sweetie?
Ma'am, here in the answer, where did you get the 30x?
The 30x, I will explain just now. So what I did was I took this, I went 5x times x, and that gave me 5x squared. Actually, over here, 5x times x gave me 5x squared. And then what is 5x times negative 6?
Oh.
Negative
5x,
30.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
5x
okay,
times
ma'am.
negative 6.
Is negative 30. Oh, okay, okay.